bone. You make us all feel less alone in this bizarro phantom zone, in this darkest of timelines. You had your moment, yeah. You completely owned it, yeah. In the show that we never thought we'd witness in our lives.
I found this on Twitter. I love this song.
Didn't think I'd be
I like
able to
this.
sleep
Boy, I mean, I
tonight.
feel like I'm at Woodstock. I mean,
Feel the love.
look, I just want to get right to it. We're pleased to be joined by American folk hero. Perhaps not the hero we wanted, but the hero we need. He is Southern Illinois' Ken Bone, and he made a splash with just simple. This is how powerful Ken Bone is. It just took 20 seconds.
We have one more question from Ken Bone about energy policy. Ken?
What steps will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers?
Mr. Trump, 2 minutes.
Absolutely. I think it's such a great question.
How could you not immediately fall in love with Ken Bone after that question?
It's a great question.
Powerful question. Ken Bone, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely. I'm really glad to be here.
So, are you unsurprised by the social media national, international reaction to your 15, 20-second question?
I'm shocked. I did not believe what I was hearing and what I was experiencing. I've been doing nonstop media for, this is day 3 now. I went into this debate thinking, I'm not going to get to ask my question because we won't get to me because of time. But I got to be up there, so maybe my hometown newspaper, the Granite City Press Record, will want to talk to me about, hey, this is our hometown guy who got to go to the debate. And then, maybe, as a group shot with some other participants, maybe we would have done one of the local TV stations or something. This is beyond my wildest expectations. And thanks, everybody, for your support. It's been great having a platform to talk to you.
Well, I think everybody fell in love with you because you're likable, and it was a great question. And you went from 7 Twitter followers to 159,000. But the real question is, you went in there and you were chosen to be in the town hall forum because you were an undecided voter. Did Sunday night's debate change your mind?
Well, I think I'm more undecided than I was before. I was leaning pretty heavily towards Trump. But between Secretary Clinton's, I think, pretty impressive performance under some nasty circumstances with all the surprises that got thrown at her, and Donald Trump's deplorable comments about women on Friday, that's pushed me a little bit towards the center. So I got a lot to think about.
Before we talk more politics here, I just want to get a little insight into your life. Is this normal? Where you go and you're in a big crowd, people kind of swoon after they hear you talk? Is that normal? Is women you're like Tom Jones, like women throwing their underwear at you and so forth?
No, the only person who hurls their underwear at me is my wife. Usually because it's my turn to do the laundry. But as far as crowds mooning over me, the biggest crowd I usually get to address is when I'm giving a safety talk to the crew at my power plant, which is 10 of my friends. They all know. It's not like I'm talking to strangers. So I'm like, hey, today's safety talk is make sure your bootlaces are tied or whatever.
Yeah, but
they joke like, my bootlaces are tied, dummy, and then it's over.
And then, but then they go wild. Your 10 friends go wild after they hear your impassioned safety talk. So why do you think it generated your question, your presence at the town hall debate? Why do you think it's generated all this reaction?
I think there's a pretty simple reason. It's that this is the most negative political season in our nation's history, maybe. And when I say political season, I mean 2 freaking years we've been going at this. Everybody and their mother running for president. Now we've whittled it down to these 2, and it's still just muckraking and name-calling. It's so negative. But, St. Louis being a great, happy, positive Midwestern city, just like your own wonderful Chicago, we wanted to put a positive face on a negative process, and people have really responded to that.
Do you think that you've inspired other sweater enthusiasts to come forward and participate in a public way in the political process?
I must have. They're sold out on Amazon. I don't get a piece of that either.
So of all these crazy things, so yeah, your red sweater sold out on Amazon, on iZod. There's been a pizza named after you. There's a GoFundMe page. Anything else crazy happening lately in your life?
I'm just doing a lot of media. There are a couple of people calling me with offers, and my agent, who is me, is having a hard time sorting through it all and figuring out what's legit and what's just people having fun. And I don't want to commit to anything that I don't believe in, and I don't want to wear out my internet welcome, and turn into the guy that is trying to push himself back into the media after it's over. So when great folks like yourself stop calling me, I'm not going to start calling you and trying to get back on your show.
So you'll probably say no to that adult website, I'm sure, that offered you $100,000, correct?
They have not directly contacted me. I think that's just something that's been floated around on the internet, waiting for me to jump at it. But for one, I don't want my wife to murder me while I'm asleep.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good point.
For two, I'm trying to use this platform to do something positive. And me in an adult film is the least positive thing I can think of.
Yeah. What if we sweeten the pot, $150,000?
Oh.
Still can't get it done. I mean,
200,000?
We have to.
250.
If we're going to talk numbers to do that kind of work, it has to be so much money that I can replace the appendages that my wife will cut off.
So have any of the politicians reached out to you? Maybe somebody from the Trump campaign or the Clinton campaign looking for your endorsement?
I've not been officially contacted by either campaign as far as I know. I can't say that definitively because maybe I just haven't seen it. But I don't think they have. And I don't think they will because I've already publicly stated on a lot of shows like your own and a lot of national TV stuff that I will not endorse either candidate.
Okay.
And I will not announce who I'm going to vote for before the election.
Okay, Paul Ryan. Hey,
I get to be neutral because I'm just some dude. I don't have to run for election.
Yeah, but okay, you're not just some dude anymore, Ken Bone.
No,
Those
Ken
days
Bone.
are over. Let me ask you this. I mean, Halloween's a couple weeks away. How surreal is it going to be when neighborhood kids come knocking on your door or trick-or-treating and they're dressed like Ken Bone?
It's going to be wild. I'm still not decided on whether I'm going to go as me since I look like me
Yes.
or whether I'm going to go with last year's costume and wear it again, my Jedi robes and my lightsaber, to be Obi-Wan Ken Boney.
I love it. No,
Why does it not surprise me you're also a Star Wars enthusiast? Why does that not surprise me?
That's a serious question?
Yeah.
I thought that was a given.
and I'm a cat lover, and I was looking at your wife's Facebook page. You have a lot of cats at your house.
Yeah, we were doing Skype last night with a couple of media sources, and my wife had to be the cat guard. Otherwise, it was going to be, Daisy's time to shine on, I think it was at midnight last night. That was tough.
So, Ken, what are your cats' names?
I have Angel, Daisy, Shadow, and Zero.
See? I knew it. Forget. That's awesome. Good for you.
And did you remember what your son's name is?
Yeah, his name is Logan. He got to name Zero. Zero is a favorite video game character of his. He named one of our cats after him.
That's great. So what does your wife think of all this and your son and your neighbors and your parents?
Well, my neighbors get to just have pure fun with it, right? So when I'm driving by and my buddy Vic across the street is mowing the grass, then it's just pure craziness. And he gets to, just have a good time with it. My wife's having to deal with all of this, the hectic schedule, not having the time for her that I want to, and all that. So I think he might be pretty much over it. My son's hearing a lot about it from his friends at school. Nothing negative, no like bullying or anything. But he's a real I'm sorry, my GPS is trying to be interviewed too. He's a real introverted guy. He has his little network of social friends at school. And when people start coming into him from beyond that, he doesn't really like it that much. So I think he's just ready for it to start dying down too.
And is your wife doing a good job of make sure you maintain your humility? Hey, TV star, go take out the trash.
Yeah, absolutely. And is today Wednesday?
Yes, I know. Today's Wednesday, Ken.
Today's Wednesday? I might have to turn my car around now that you said take out the trash.
I'm glad I could remind you. I don't want you to get in trouble at home. All right, Ken Bone, you are some
Awesome.
dude, but you're a good dude, and it's been a ton of fun good luck as you weigh your decision and deal with your instant fame. Appreciate you joining us.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.